Welcome to GoToMeeting, online meetings made easy. There are 1 other callers on the call.
If this approved it, or he click a reject button back to the salesperson to make changes. Then we keep the old version and route the new version for approval. So if the manager said pricing is good, okay, I have no problem with that. Click a button, forward it to the accounting to do credit approval. Credit, same thing, he can reject it back or he can forward. Once it's done forwarded, he will route it to the order will route to the warehouse to do shipping control, which is to decide who get what, and we schedule the ETDs of the sales orders. Let's say you order 10, but I only have 2 today to ship to you. The rest of the 8, I will ship it next Tuesday, as an example. Then he will decide only 2 will go out today to roll it. So once he's controlled it, the quantity 2 will be printed in the picking ticket. The picking ticket will only reflect what this controller, shipping controller, decide to ship, such that the picker will have no brainer. He does not have to decide who should get what. Then he do the packing, we do the shipping, we do the invoicing. So this is the order entry workflow to show you about how we do it for the salespeople and approval perspective, and how the warehouse guy will do it. Later on, we'll show you that. Let's see. Because we're running out of time, I want to go to the demo, such that I can introduce several key features that we have. Now, after login here, this is a browser. Yes, you can adjust the screen. Who knows this is me, an administrator, login to the sample company SAMINC, my first login section. If you do this e-sales order, you click on this. The workflow is here. You enter sales order, you change it, you sales approve it, and credit approve it. So when I click on this one, screen pops up asking me who was the customer. So I select customer, then you can do all the sorting by this. This is reading directly from SAMINC as a demo. Let's say 1200 is the customer, and the customer template is active. I put the customer information here, which shows you the contact person, the credit balance. They still have 15K balance, so credit is okay. Payment term defaulted is due on invoice day or net 30. You can choose. Order number will be pop up soon. You can do active or quote. Enter customer PO. You say 988 example. Now we introduce 2 features. One is the priority. In this case, we define priorities as urgent and no urgent, and you can define standard, normal, maybe urgent, super urgent. It's up to you. If I mark it urgent, that means this order will be marked as urgent. Now this is another feature we introduce, is the attached documents. All the orders we have will allow you to attach external documents, such that you can see maybe, let's say this is the customer PO. Type it. And if you want to review it, then you can always change that. Then this information, I mean the type could be PDF, audio, video, image, text file, that every document that browser support, we support here. Then after you attach it, we tell you you have 1 external document attached to it. Okay. Then create an item, click on this, you pull out, let's say I want this item for 20, example, this is 450. And of course you can do optional fields. It tells you this is the running balance, let's say 1 order. I mean order for 1 item. Over here, we also introduce 2 big memo fields. Comment is printed documents, such as invoice, order, acknowledgement form, etc. Communication is shared by internal users. No, not internal, approved, authorized. Because you might share this information with customers. So it tells you subtotal, blah, 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 all these things. Let's say, okay, and you click save. Now, behind the scenes, create the order 154. If you want to print the order, you say, yes. Now you see, the speed is very fast. Because we are running outside, we're able to tune the performance. So we're able to do printing out the form a lot faster than when you do it in iPad. Once it's done, I save some steps. Emails are sent to the sales manager. Sales manager receives email. He can log in. Let's say when I log out, simulate the manager logging in. His username is mgr1, manager1. You log in here. Then now, this is the user manager on this company. When you look at e-sales order, he only sees 2 because I only allow the sales manager to do sales approval or credit approval. Order entry is done by salespeople. Now when you click on this sales approval, this is the inbox of all these orders ready for him to do the approval. This is 154 that we just created. So he can do 2 steps. Approve or reject. Let's say, but on top of that, he is able to see admin on this day create the order. The entire workflow has this status as below. Who and when created, who and when changed it, who and when to sales approval, credit approval, pick the item, pack the item, ship the item, and invoice the item. All the processes are tracked by who and when. Communication, share among all users, comment, internal notes for this, optional fields, attachment, priority. So all the information we need is in this order. So I'm the manager, I will say, in this case, let's say I reject it. Do you want to reject? Yes. You have reject, I pull out a reject, basically a form for you to predefine what's the region to reject. If you define it, it will populate here. So when you say, okay, reject reason not found. So in this case, 154, he won't allow me to do reject because that one is not set up. Let's say if I do approval, here you see the order list disappeared because the order I got rejected is no longer in the sales approval screen. You will go to the next step, which is the credit approval. If you want to print the order, you can say cancel or OK. You see, very fast, it's populated. Behind the scenes here, let me show you what AppPack has. This is AppPack. At the same time, you can compare the speed when launching in the screen and also the function. So you can see the performance. Now if I go to the sales order here, order entry, clicking here, transaction, order entry here, go to the last order, which is 154, the order sent here. But see, I put it on hold. That's the reason what our philosophy is that the order can only be no on hold if the order has gone through order approval. Even though I approve the sales perspective, I still have to have the order complete the credit approval before this one will be marked on, unmarked. So in this case, I go back to here, this screen, I go to the next one is the credit approval. Okay, let's assume credit approval is done by another person. Let's say administrator. So he go to his e-sales order because as administrator, he have all the right. He can enter order, at the order, sales approval, and credit approval. In this case, he click on the credit approval 154 here. Okay, then he say approved. Once you click approved, this will be removed from the inbox. Of course, if new orders waiting for him to do approval, you will see it here in the inbox. Now in this case, you see this person, which is also himself, create the order. Nobody changed the order yet, and this is the manager who do the approval. We have multiple levels. You can set up how many levels you want. Example, order below $1,000, level 1 only. By supervisor, let's say example. 1,000 to 2,000, manager, level 2. Below above 2,000, general manager. Then you can define as many as you wish. So you can click on the drop down to see who approved. And in this case, okay, approved it here. You want to approve the order? Yes. Now it's gone. You want to see the order? See it very, very fast. When you look at it, go back to the pack. Here, order entry. And you go put, when I refresh it, refresh is to go to the last one. Go back here. Now this is gone. That means this order is now already approved. So you can use the standard app pack to do the shipment. Okay. Now, I also want to show you one very important feature that we have for this ESO is the following. Let me see. By the way, we are working on this logo is replaceable. So whoever the customer log in and you implement this system, he will see his own logo. When I go to here, system management. So let me choose one of them as example, operator 1. Now, this is only one company. If you have many companies here, you can see that this user can access what company's data. Let's say for Sendlink, then you see the operator is able to do create this one, edit this one, create this one, edit this one, create this one, edit this one, PO, PR, bill of material, shipment control, edit this. Okay, you can do that. On the other hand, let me take you one of the example of using the existing salesperson. Salesperson is the entry one. Now this is entry one. For looking at this, I already predefined this person. When you log in, he's able to create sales order, edit sales order, create PR. This is purchase requisition, edit purchase requisition, purchase order, create new order, edit. Now, the features I'm talking about is, you can look at it. This person is able to create order for salesperson BB only. So this is a security control that I will cross-check further to see who are authorized for this user to create orders. In this case, he mapped it to salesperson BB. That means he can only create sales order for all the customer with salesperson code equals to BB, but no others. This is an important feature that most of our customer request is that. Unlike in Sage 300 that if you have the right to get into the order entry module, once you get in, you're able to see and place order for all customers. So you see every information. So we have some customer who have salesperson coming in to work for 2 weeks and quit and bring out all the customer information, pricing, items. So this is a control. Likewise, we also offer control the user to access who are the vendors if he's a buyer, and also what are the items he can process. In case, let's say example, for APAC, some people authorized to implement APAC does not necessarily mean he knows how to implement WMS. Maybe it does not mean he knows how to implement CRM. So you can control this person able to access CRM only, but not ERP, but not WMS. So this is the concept. Any questions so far before I proceed? Hello?
Hello.
Hello, is it okay so far?
Yeah, I didn't
Yes.
know that. I didn't know. Is it Herman or is it Herman?
Yeah, this is me. Yeah, Herman.
Okay. I did send you a message through the GoToMeeting. I didn't know that I'm the only person here. So I was quiet all the time because I thought there's more people here.
Oh, Roland, actually, so Roland is also attending. Hello, Roland, are you there?
Right. So who is this public or is it just me and you?
It's only for your company. Then I thought it's only.
Okay. I don't know who else is attending. Maybe only myself. I don't know. So.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. So.
So far, do you see the demo?
Yeah.
So far, do you have any questions?
So far, it's fine, and I didn't. That's why I didn't want to interrupt. Right. For me, myself, I'm fine. With the demo, in terms of the demo, what you can focus, or not so much focus, but what I wanted out of curiosity to see what you're showing basically the supply first and customers first. So those are two modules that I wanted to take a look at. The other ones, the warehousing and what the other stuff that you have, it's not so much very much interesting at this time, but it's mostly the customer first and sale and supply first.
Okay.
And also because I'm not that technical, so you can really more walk through me basically saying, okay, hey, these are the reasons why we think this is good for customers, right? I understand this is web-based, and you have the approvals, and it's faster entering the sales orders using that and the ACPAC interface. But just to let you know, I'm not really a consultant, so I don't know the details on ACPAC. So you don't need to go through complete detail, rather than show me basically, okay, here's what customers appreciate about what we have, right? So just to let you know.
Okay. Sure. Good. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. Because over here, I saw your Roland. So sorry. Okay, got it. Now, let's go through maybe back to the slides a little bit. What I've showed you earlier before was this is I'm talking about the workflow. The customer first is similar, meaning that every product we have, we route through the approval, and you can reject it, you can forward it, such that you were able to control who should do what, and you define the rules. Why we need workflow? Workflow, one benefit about it is you can define the rules per process. In this case, creating is one process. You enter the order, you enter the PO, you enter RMA, you can enter sales order, it's the same thing. You enter in the order, then the rules is who can enter it. It's an example. What's the item you can enter it? That's example. So we restrict by allow you to set up a rule. Me enter, but not Roland. Roland approve it, but not me. Let's say example. So one good thing about that. Another thing is you will have able to track revisions. Let's say the revision 1 is with quantity 2, revision 2 at quantity 5, revision 3 is quantity 6. Let's say example. Then you will able to see each revision has original quantity. Why? Because of traceability. Such a traceability, we're able to know what are the make changes. This revision control is very important, particularly for manufacturing environment, because just like service pack, revision is just like the bill number. If you don't track the bill number of a pack, you will not able to know about what are the details associated to that release. Likewise, what are the revisions tied to a sales order? The customer might give you a spec that you build to order to do one product for them, or they can give you a PO with some items they change along the line for the other orders. So that's why it's important you track revision. So it is one benefit. This one we showed you earlier is the rule about who can do what. This one is show you about that we can file a document. File document more than just attach it, because you're able to retrieve it electronic filing, such that the accountant will not able to have all the orders in hard copy, all the invoices in hard copy, all the customer POs in hard copy. So we're able to tie that along with the orders. You can review it, the order 6 years ago, 10 years ago, just one click and able to pop it up. So it is another benefit. Revision, I mentioned that, just that you're able to see version A, version B, version C, what are the details. Now, this is another thing is important to do. I don't go for details. Is intercompany transfer, intercompany transaction. Example, I believe some of your customers might have multiple branches in different places in Canada, maybe also in US. What about if the salesperson find out that in Toronto downtown, the branch has stopped, but in Markham branch do not have stock. So if I am the salesperson in Markham, I'm able to create an intercompany transfer document from Markham to Toronto and ask the Toronto branch to ship it to the customer and do the intercompany transaction behind, all in one screen, such that you don't have to deal with other hassle in the back end. So in the front end side, I will only create a job ship PO issued from the Markham officer to the Toronto downtown officer, and ask the Toronto to drop ship for the customer in Markham. So you can all this is also benefit. Now, This is a seamless integration with customer and vendor. Why it's important? Because customer doing similar thing that the order entry people do. The customer doing similar thing that the vendor do. Why? Because the data have to populate it. If you place an order to me, I don't have stock. I have to create a PO to the vendor. I create the PO is the same as what you created the PO to me. So this data can be populated from the customer side to internally salesperson, salesperson to the buyer, buyer to the vendor. So it's populated. So that's why it's important for the customer able to participate or at least to view the status. Likewise for the vendor. So this end-to-end integrated. So this is the whole total solution. Let me introduce it. This is the ESO, order entry screen. Order entry screen is for whoever entered the order, revised the order, sales approval, and credit approval, the one we just showed you. Once the order is done, it will route it to the shipping control. This is the warehouse guy, the RMA system basically. Is he will able to revise the PO schedule date, pack it, ship it, and invoice it. So the order from the salesperson routed to the backend. So this is one module integrated to here. Now, example, your customer can go through the customer portal to create a PO on his own. So he will have two screens. One is a web store screen. One is the order entry screen. Depends on their preference. So then the order created by the customer will post it to here. Here means is the internally for the same sales approval and credit approval. So what that means is the customer can create an order just like shopping cart. He create an order, then route for internal approval and credit approval, and go to shipping. Likewise, your salesperson, if they are already using Sage CRM, it's a great tool. So the Sage CRM, we insert the order entry screen in the Sage CRM that within Sage CRM, you can create the order. Likewise, the order will populate to here, route for sales approval, credit approval. More than that, if you have a major customer who does not want to enter the order online, they give you their electronic PO. The electronic PO will be converted to a sales order, route here for sales approval and credit approval. Now you see just order entry side over here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 different ways to fulfill 4 different requirements for the salesperson who may using iPad, who may using browser, who may using Windows, who may using cell phone to create the order. All routed here to do sales approval and credit approval. All the rules are all fixed in here, such that you will decide who can approve the order from the sales perspective and what's the rules to define it. Same thing for credit. So this is the salesperson side. I haven't shown you this yet. Depends on the time. If we have time, we can go through it in more detail. In the warehouse management side, he will be able to show in one screen, what do I have? How many items will expect to come in? What are the sales orders I need to fulfill? Based on that information, he will be able to decide who get what. So if he do not have that in stock, he will create a PO automatically rather for the EPO, which is the purchase. He create a purchase order, and this could be an in-house intercompany purchase order or vendor to the vendor. Likewise, PO also needs to go through approval. Approval, when it's done, then the order will be triggered and sent it to the vendor here. The vendor see the order, he basically can even do the shipping in the vendor portal. Let's say you tell him, ask the vendor to ship July 15, 10 quantity. Yesterday, he said that, sorry, I don't have it in stock, but I'll give it 2 on July 16, then 8 in July 26. So he revised it, then 2 quantity will go to the shipping receive control here. Then feedback to the shipping control, hey, the revised schedule is coming in 2 tomorrow, is not 10 today. 2 tomorrow, 8 on next Thursday. So this information feedback to him, such that this guy will have the precise incoming status, precise outgoing status, information here. He have everything very easy in one screen to decide who should get what. So shipping control is here. So you look at this. This is true end-to-end. Why? Customer on one side create the order, that populate. You do not have to enter the order here, well, for sales approval. If you do not have that installed, we will basically convert the sales order to the PO here to here for the buyer to do the approval. He does not need to enter what need to purchase, because what missing either from here can be all converted. This information will be allowed for the vendor. When the vendor retrieves the PO, he can revise the ETD, PO ETD, and do the shipment on the screen. He does not have to create an order, because the order is in there, only ready for him to enter the new date. Once he click a button, shipment is done, confirm here, he will realize it. Instead of 10 today, I will have 2 tomorrow and 8 for next Thursday. So this information automatically will appear. So everything going there concurrently, electronically. Data get populated, process get eliminated. So that's the reason why there's a benefit. This is the whole concept about supply first. Any questions so far before I proceed? Hello?
Yeah, so I'll ask questions later on. So what you're showing me right now is only the iCuster, or is everything, all the products that you have?
I only show you the screen, the demos only for this one only for the sales order side. I have not shown you all.
But when I'm looking at the website, you have the customer first, supply first, and so on. So are these here what you show me, or are you just showing me the customer first, or?
I just show you the supply first. On the order entry here, this one is supply first. I can show you the customer first later.
Oh, that's okay. But the chart that you just showed me right now.
Oh.
So the chart.
This one is
all the products, or it just show one product? This chart.
This is only one product.
Which one?
Each one of that is one module. It's a supply first.
Okay, so where you have ECO, that's supply first.
That's correct.
Sorry, the way you have ECO as customer first, but you have PO as supply first?
EPO, e-sales order are all supply first. And customer first as RMA, and customer first is a service product. Service product is for you to do customer care, customer return, vendor return. After you return it, you do in-house repair, or you subcontract other people to repair. Let me show you about the chart for.
So that's chart that you are showing right now. That's just for the supply, right?
That's correct.
Oh, okay.
That's correct. Each one of them is one module, but most likely people will start with e-sales order to automate the workflow for order entry, and the EPO. These are the two major ones because this is the backbone. So then you will ask, Sage already have the order entry. Why we need this? And we will show you about some benefits. First of all, it runs on browser. You can approve it in cell phone. Okay, you don't have to have a software installed in the system. As long as you have a IE, then you click on this, and you go just like CRM. You don't have to install anything in the computer. You run by browser, then you're able to process this, process this, process this. This is one. Another thing is a cell phone. You can do it. Another one we have is you are allowed to attach documents. In NetPad, you don't attach documents. And this is a workflow, and NetPad is not workflow. There's a revision control. NetPad do not have revision control. You can do e-documents, filing, and retrieval. NetPad do not have. So all these things we're able to show you about that. These are the benefits. And another important thing about is security. Just like what I said earlier, more close to 100% of our customers like that feature because they don't want a salesperson coming over here, bring out all the internal customer information that you have, pricing information that you have, and join the competitor. So in order to do that, we have security control. You define who can access what customer, and that person, when he log in, he only access those customers, only access those items, such that he will not able to know everything elsewhere. So all these things will give a benefit about this. Plus, streamline the process, because when we deliver the product, we have the overall view as a goal. It's not doing one at a time. We know that doing one module won't help you, won't help users. what they want is not a point solution. They want a total solution. Everybody say end-to-end. What is the real end-to-end? Real end-to-end is here. When you enter the order, you populate here. You do approval. When you do not have that installed, you populate to PO. You do not do the enter. When you populate to here, you approve the PO or populate to the vendor. The vendor shipment data populate to here for receiving. Receiving populate to here for doing the shipping. So every information is end-to-end. So that's why when you purchase any of the module, you are not just automate this particular case for order processing side or PO side. In fact, you are able to extend it when it comes. Originally, the customer said that I have a problem on warehouse management. So we said, okay, then you implement this. You create order in NetPack and let the warehouse management do all these things for you. Then he's happy. A few months later on, he said, hey, I'm ready to expand the order entry side because we're going to have another branch somewhere else. I want the person to be able to enter order without remote in, without VPN, without connecting NetPack, without installing NetPack. I said, fine. Then you create this one. Then you at that time they will expand it to cover this ESO module that give you all the benefits about workflow, rules, security, revision control, and also about attachment, e-filings, all those things. So later on, we will say that, hey, I want my vendor to be able to revise the PO faster. When you implement this, then along the line, you will have all this in the picture. So this is supply first. Okay. I use this one and maybe a very simple, this is probably the simplest workflow that we have. Let me show you how it works. This is a voucher. A voucher is for account payable. Let's say for the account payable, let's say let's say Rogers give you a bills for your in-house IT IT fee, and I use Rogers for the internet. Let's say example. Every month, Rogers give you send you an invoice. Then your accounting AP clerk will basically enter the invoice and give it to supervisor to approve it. So it posts the impact. The way we do it here, so we only create 3 different workflow. Workflow for 3 different processes. You enter in the voucher. I mean, you mean the account payable person. This is a Roger internet bill. 200 Canadian dollar. Okay, he entered that. He attached the document, which is the original invoice from Roger. He entered that. Click a button. If it does not change anything, you will go to the approval. The AP manager look at it and say, yes, this is exactly what we need to pay. And he create a button. And behind the scenes, we go through the SDK and created the app pack voucher in the system. If he did not do approval, he rejected back. He said that, hey, they told to the account payable person, yeah, that's true. This is voucher. The billing is 200. That's true. But remember, we have $10 credit from last month. So our bill should have been 190 instead of 200. So he said that you need to type the credit balance in there. So okay, he made a change and go through here to approval. So he can reject it. Along the line, all the changes during the revision history. And all the approved one will create a voucher entries with all the attached document. Accountants love this because they will not have boxes of the copies of the invoices, put inside the binder file by month whatsoever. You can review it very easy for the creditor, for the manager, for every purpose used. So you can see it. So you can see very straightforward, simple workflow. Create voucher, tie to a document or tie to a credit memo, go through approval and post in NetPack. So this is what we do as a workflow. Now you ask for a question, look for a different is for the service. Let me use this one as an example. You will say, why service needs workflow? Now this is an example. A lot of people, when they do RMA or service, they only look at the service from very simple perspective. In fact, for a true service order, we have to go through all this stage when I talk about the true sales service order, including somebody create a return order. Somebody have to approve it. It does not mean that if I want to, let's say you purchase a digital camera from Canada Computer retail store. You return it. You know what Canada Computer will do? He will have to cross-check your invoice and find out you actually purchase from me, but not buy from Tiger Direct. Even it's the same computer. Canada Computer sell to you, then only Canada Computer will service for the product that Canada Computer sell to. So yes, on top, you also have to check the warranty. What about you purchased this 2 years ago and warranty is only 6 months? So you're still not eligible. So in-house here, somebody have to approve it. So somebody created, issue an RMA order, somebody approve it. Let's say it is already approved it, email sent to you, then you either ship it to Canada Computer, but in this case, Canada Computer is a retail store, you can drop by to any of the branch. So you return to them. Okay, so the item is returned back. Okay, you buy it from Canada Computer, so you call Canada Computer, they create an RMA order, internal dimension approve it, RMA order to you, you bring it back. Now, this is another set of workflow starting with 4. Our system allows you to have A, B, C, D, E, 5 different ways to service the order. A lot of people, including the Sage RMA module, they arm the service order ended here. They only control this part. But it's from start to end. You have to serve the order from creating it to receiving it to servicing it. Serving this, you have the one option, give the money back, credit. One is, you Canada Computer figure out this is a Nikon camera or a Canon camera. It doesn't know how to repair. So for inside, behind the scenes, Canada Computer will return to Nikon, return to Samsung, not Samsung, Sony, return to Canon. So he will fix it, repair it, and give it to him. So Canada Computer pack the unit and ship it out. So this is option 4B. What about if Canada Computer do their own brand of, let's say example, notebook computer? They assemble and get it from ASUS or from Samsung, whoever, buy their hard drive and they configure it. And they might subcontract to somebody who do the service for them. They sell the notebook to you, you return to them, they fix something, but they do not know how to fix the CD-ROM, DVD. Then they send it to a contractor to fix it for them. So after send it to him, you return it back, pack it, and ship it. Or they can do replacement. You give them a unit, they give you another unit. Or they may repair it. So to us, it's a service order. This is the key part, how to service the item. This is the part the normal RMA will do, is the how to service the customer to initiate the order. Initiating the service order. But this is only 2 steps. Number 3 step, you have to receive it. Number 4 step, you have to service it. Number 5 step, you have to pack it and ship and invoice it. So this is what our customer first do. So this is, I give you some of the screen because we want to give you an overview about the features. Over here, we have 2 different screens, target for 2 different types of customer. This is end customer, B2C. This is B2B customer. So B2B customer, they were able to look at different, I don't want to go through detail, because B2B customer is, they may return all the time. Let's say, if Canada Computer return to Nikon, Canada Computer to Nikon is a B2B customer. So when Canada Computer log in here, you will see all the order, all the line item, all the notes. But for end customer, which is you return to Nikon, let's say example, then you're able to see some brief information. This is the process. So we have direct customer, which is the B2B, indirect customer, which is B2C. Now, let me look at the modules that we here. This is what we have is customer first. This is customer return, which is basically RMA. This is vendor return, which is for you to return to the vendor. This is for in-house service, which is after you receive it, how you're going to repair it. It is part of the manufacturing, similar to manufacturing on the repairing side. This is like, you probably are more familiar than I do. It's a Telesoft. It's a vendor in Australia who do field service. It's for the technician on site to fix the customer's appliances, let's say example, on site. This is customer care. CRM has it, but it's not complete. CRM's, the customer care there is kind of limited. Customer care basically is for you to create a ticket, to monitor the ticket from start to end, and how to resolve the issues for your customer. This is a service quote. What's that mean? Let's say example. The previous example, I purchased a Nikon camera from Canada Computer, but it's already 2 years. It's already expired the warranty. So Canada Computer said that I want to quote you how to the price for fixing this camera if you want to. So service quote is how you define the order and route for the manager approval, like a sales order, to approve a 125 Canadian dollar to fix Nikon camera model 3000, let's say example, 2 weeks this time. And so this is the service quote. Now this is subcontracting, which is a very important thing. Nowadays, as you know, a lot of manufacturing or services are with contractors. Then how you're able to receive the order from the customer and let your contractor handle it for you. This is contractor. This is eService. eService is for the customer to be online to generate the order. And this is standalone service center all in one. So this is basically is the customer first. Now this is the screen. Similar to the one that you saw here, you are able to have notes and customer feedback that logged it for each ticket. Each ticket will be able to show who created, who processed it, who approved it, who handled it, all these things. Timestamp, details, notes, header. We talked about this. So this is the eService. We have many modules in there and similar to here. Of course, for iCube, as I mentioned earlier, this is the product line. This is supply first. They're doing the ordering, logistics. Customer first is here. We have also have manufacturing, we have warehouse management, and we have a generic workflow. Every one of this is identified in the product line. This is the service module, or service system with module of customer care, with RMA, with RTV, eService, in-house repair, field service, contracting. This one is an example for the supply first, with the ESO, UPO, vendor portal, PO to SO, shipment control, EBO material, all those things, and warehouse management software. I think basically is the overview about what we have. I'm sorry, I did not get your name. Maybe I can send, or did I send you the product information before? Hello?
I don't think you sent me the PowerPoint. My name is Roland, right? If you can send me the PowerPoint that you are showing right now, so that would help. Helps me to keep something I won't forget. And the PowerPoint
sure.
is pretty good, so that's pretty good.
What's the, sorry, I didn't get your name and email address. Can you tell me?
Yeah, I'll forward your email. You received my email from me already.
Oh, I see. So what? Because in here, I thought it's a Roland. You're not Roland, huh?
Yes, I am.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I thought you are not Roland. Okay, you are Roland. I'm sorry. Okay. Good. Okay, fine.
Yeah. So just send me the PowerPoint that will help.
Okay.
A couple of questions.
Yes.
You got something more to show me, or is it almost close to finish?
Yeah, actually, I have a lot to do, but we can demo. But because our meeting you mentioned about earlier, want to schedule 45 minutes, so I want to reserve some for the Q&A.
So that's kind of a good overview. I have a few questions. You said web-based. Does it work on any browser, and does it support iPad?
iPad, iPhone can run it. The major browser, such as
Any browser.
of course, any browser. Yeah.
Okay. Now looking at the product, it's a lot of stuff that you have done, a lot of stuff that you would normally need other modules like OrCid, Systronics, RMA, PO workflow, intercompany transfer, XM Oxygen for the web portal, and then revision control and stuff that's not really out of box available with anything. So you have done quite a lot. Now, what are the typical clients that you have? Like, what would a typical client? Like you mentioned, SCADA computers. Is SCADA computers using iPad?
They used to be. They no longer using iPad now, but we help them to do some order processing and also warehouse management system. And this is one.
They've grown, right?
This is one. Yeah. And let's say we ask about who are the customers. The customers who are basically fit into our product lines are distributors, manufacturers, service providers, integrators, from, let's say, one computer user to more than hundreds. In Canada, we have one quite big distributors. It's actually a manufacturer who also distribute directly to their VARs. They have 15 locations, including in US, using the ESO and shipment control. The ESO give them a lot of benefits because they do a lot of intercompany transfer. And like in London, the sales team in London create order, can go to have order route to Hamilton maybe route to Mississauga whatsoever. So they have a centralized person to do the approval for all the branches for them. So it's a key feature. And our features we have is we don't know French, but they help us to create a French interface. This is overlaid that if I log in, he knows I should use a French interface, so we display in French interface. We have, this is also a good feature for them. And warehouse management, we do it for them too. So distributors, manufacturers, service providers. The reason why I say service providers is the service providers who basically do the repair, maintenance of the items. And also the strongest products we have is the manufacturing. The manufacturing itself, we have over here, as you see, we have many modules. Let me open it a little bit. You don't have to know about all the details here. Basically, each one of them is one module, and we have specific manufacturing for specific products. Example, we have products for consumer electronics, computers, for sheet metal molding, plastic molding, food industry, manufacturing food and drinks are very different with manufacturing electronics, and manufacturing for apparel that we're working on, like clothing, garments, hats, and all those things, which are also very different. So what we do for every product line is with modules that can do workflow, attachments, revision controls, all those things. So we spend a lot of time to build our own interface running outside of iPad. Running inside of iPad definitely have advantages because people are familiar with them. But a lot of a customer who told us also a very good point is that if I am a manufacturing guy, want to run MySys or run AutoSimple in iPad, why I have to go to iPad interface? To me, I just want to look at the bill of material only of the work orders. If I'm only creating RMA, why I have to log into iPad in order to run it? So on top, so that's why they said that specifically, there certain applications have to fit on different environment. So when we start designing it, we thought running browser itself already good enough, but we figured no, actually Herman, you are wrong, because why I need to run browser? I'm using Sage CRM. Why don't I create order and do RMA within Sage CRM? I say, good point. So we do one interface, allow Sage CRM to do it. And the other hand is, it's a human. I'm traveling on a lot of time. When I'm in the airport, I don't have time to open my computer. I want to do a very urgent credit approval or purchase approval. How I can do that? So he log in using his iPhone, look at the screen, click approval, something like that. And so that's why we figured out, in order to work, you have to have a lot of choices. Sage keep on saying freedom of choices. Freedom of choices is more than just on one product. It's on multiple applications of a product. So that's why we said that in order to be good product, we're able to fulfill the requirements for the warehouse guy using scanner, for the managers who travel on the road, for branches or customer who use browsers, for salespersons to use Sage CRM, and for the Windows-based for the warehouse management system. So you can see we do a lot of work to do a lot of interfaces with the backend engine, backend workflow databases. So that's how we do it.
So Herman, just to ask you, how many clients do you have in Canada? Like you mentioned one.
I have around 5 to 6 in the east side. When the east side meaning that Quebec, Toronto, there are 5, 6. I have roughly around the same amount in the west side, Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary. They use different. They use different products, and they are running different APAC. And as a matter of fact, not all of them are using APAC. Just like I mentioned about Canada Computer, they are not using APAC, but they are using some of our scanning technology for their warehouse management, and also for the
Okay, and you are based in New York, or I see that you have Eastern time now, so the West Coast time.
West Coast, yeah, I'm actually in California, Silicon Valley, close to San Francisco. In the West.
Your focus is really like you integrate with other ERP systems as well, or just Sage and iCube?
I integrate some Asian ERP, Chinese-based, because a lot of manufacturers they do use Chinese engine. One of them is a contractor of the manufacturer who build iPhone. It's not that particular contractor itself. He is subcontractor. We have contractor who service HP digital camera. That's quite some time ago. So for other than APAC, we have a solution not completely working, meaning because we are still developing, which is Dynamics, Microsoft AX, the high-end Word edition. We want to do something with SAP B1. We never have time to do that. We are there. Yeah.
You have about, let's say, 10 clients, and then perhaps more clients in the US who are using iCube?
Oh, a lot more, because I used to have a Canada office in Markham. As a matter of fact, I go to Markham at least 4 times a year. My wife is there because she's got her boss sent her over there, so that's why I have to go to Markham. As a matter of fact, I just came back from Toronto Monday morning, which was yesterday. I'm now in Denver supporting one customer here, and I have a lot more in US. But the most customer I have is in the Asian, because I don't know whether you know, and Sage Asia is also one of the very heavy APAC usage territory. APAC to me, the most dense usage is in North America and also in Asia, some of them in Australia. And another issue about in Sage Asia is that you cannot sell to the partner over there directly. You have to go through the Sage Asia. So that's why Sage Asia become iCube distributor. They distribute to all the customers, which are the customer that I need. So basically, my product has been introducing in more than 16 countries in the Asia side. They give me a lot of works to do because each country have its own different rules and languages that you know is one of the requirements. So that's why we have a lot of customers in the Asia side: China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, and Malaysia, Singapore, all those places. And we also quite heavy in Sri Lanka, and also start exploring in Australia and also in Africa side, because some of the common reseller give us word of mouth. We are no good at all in marketing. The company has incorporated since '93, 20 years now, and this is to me it's not a good performance at all. But now I'm ready to promote back in Canada because I think now I'm able to have some referrals from the Asia customers back to the North America, my homeland. So that's why starting from last trip, I was line up some of the resellers that have not talked for a long time, introducing the new products to them. They are all excited. So what I want is to partner with major companies. Of course, Best is a prestigious partner. Actually, it is my honor to have the opportunity to introduce the product to you. Only through some strong partners in the local region, we're able to make us to be successful. So that's why I want to have a support team in North America, in the East region, to cover New Jersey, New York, and Toronto, Quebec area.
Okay,
and
so
I'm
running out of time. I just want to tell you that this is probably not the only one. So I will share the PowerPoint and the info you sent me. The PowerPoint is good, so if you can share me that.
Yes, I will do that.
Yeah. So, and for the clients in China, you have clients who are using ACPAC there too, or are just different other systems?
Both. Not many of them using ACPAC. A few of them.
And how is ACPAC doing in China? Are they promoting ACPAC or?
Not really. Now China, we have to think about important. When you talk about China country, the mainland China, they are promoting X3 because
X3,
China is late. Yeah, but in the Chinese people around China, they are using ACPAC. So when you talk about in Hong Kong, definitely it's ACPAC. Taiwan is ACPAC.
Like norming,
Singapore.
norming, right?
Yes,
yeah,
that's right.
Norming, I think that we could then quote Bruce, and we know them quite well. And then Auto Simply too, Terry, right? So I know that you mentioned, so we know them well, and we have some clients who use norming definitely, and Auto Simply, and we have also clients in China. We have our actually clients who have subsidiaries in China, some of them manufacturing or their distribution. So we have clients there, and so you have experience with even with ACPAC, or like say if we need some local expertise, or somebody that you work with somebody local, you have expertise in ACPAC.
Oh yes, and actually I don't know whether you know I'm a Chinese. I was born in Hong Kong and had my graduate in Taiwan and work in China. So a lot of people like Bruce, and also like Auto Simply is a Wallace Wong. That your contact probably is Terrence in Auto Simply. Terrence is a Philippine person. He's very familiar with China market, and so my background is basically I'm Chinese. I like a lot of Hong Kong people in Canada. Okay. Similar background.
Okay, yeah. So sounds good. Good stuff. So thanks for the demo, and I'll keep the notes, and maybe you can send me the PowerPoint and whatever you think it would be worthwhile to share.
Sure. Okay, good. Thank you for your time, and I hope you were able to have a chance to know our product and maybe share costs with your colleagues in.
Good. I mean, you have done a lot of work. I guess you need better marketing for that product. It's quite a lot of work that you have done, and obviously there's lots of things in there. There's some of the things that exist with another third-party modules, but your product more or less includes everything, so it's quite interesting. And in terms of the cost, can you tell me what is a typical client looking in the ballpark? Like, I don't know, it's hard to say, but tick line.
You are talking about the pricing?
Yeah. So how is the pricing?
The pricing structure is each module is 3,000 US and 2,000 US for user 1 to 10 is 2,000. 10 above is 3,000. Our license is $9.95. And also important that to know, people using our license would not need iPad license. And iPad license is, you know, it's a lot expensive than the we have.
It uses iPad 1 license or use or API. Okay, so everything goes through API. Okay.
API. So you only use one IAP license in iPad.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So it's good.
So yeah.
If you can maybe, do you have a price list?
Yeah, I can send over to you.
You can attach that to with a PowerPoint. So okay, good. So
Yeah. Thank you, Roland.
Thank you for the demo.
I appreciate it so much.
Stay in touch, okay?
Okay, great. Thank you. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.